So we're going to work on a little bit of rally skills, mostly just randomly combining the pieces with a high rate of reinforcement, but not exactly one-to-one. I'm looking for good quality behaviors being chained together, as well as looking for holes in his skills. It's been a while, what does he remember? Similar setup as to last rep, but instead of healing off, we work on his left pivot. I know he'll struggle here, it's a tough skill, and he's never been consistent with it. Notice here he does well starting and ending stationary, because the sit lets him balance entirely on his hindquarters to move backwards, and balancing that out by doing a tight circle to the right. Notice he sneezes a lot, and sits with his butt out instead of parallel at the end there. I choose not to nitpick here, but throw the next cookie to get him out of position to start over. Recall to front into a stay, which is a combination you see in the advanced levels of rally competitions. Front with a left finish, which is something we rarely practice, and you can see he isn't sure whether to sit or stand at the end. We did a sit stay, now let's try a stand stay. This is much harder and he moves his feet when I go behind him. Adding the hand above head helps in the moment, but this really needs to be broken out on its own to work on before just trying it in the middle of the other stuff here. I do a little bit of reminding him to keep his feet still while I move, but ultimately choose to just move on and work on this later. He gets distracted after his tossed cookie, and I need to recall to get his attention. This tells me he needs a bit more fun, so we do a few treat catches, which he loves. We've done a bunch of fronts already today, so skip that to avoid drilling it and go directly into heel. A little bit of forward work, and I try a left turn out of motion, which goes terribly, but he does eventually twist into position. To work on this, I break him out of position, ask for a return to heel, and continue the pivot together, which goes well even though it's off camera. Let's get back into video range, and I begin pairing the turn of my head and then shoulders with his left pivot cue. We haven't done this before, so I'm just looking for him to start thinking about going backwards when I turn my head. Just a couple of reps, need to work this out much more separately.
Get in. Get it.
Let's do a bit of motion stuff that is much easier than the precision work to end the session. Heel to fly to catch, and then a longer chain of heel to fly to heel to fly, and end with heeling on the other side. Good puppy.
Yes, good boy. Super.